Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Wednesday, the 9th of December 2020. Thanks for joining me. I want to use the Golden Girls Tarot again for today's reading. I love this deck. It's bright and colorful and it's got the Golden Girls in it, so it's light-hearted and really fun. Let's see what they have to say about this day. But before I do the reading, I just want to share an experience that I had yesterday. On Sunday, I did a weekly horoscope, and in that horoscope, I mentioned that the influence of Neptune, the water planet, is really, really strong this week. And the way that can translate for us is that there may be some wishful thinking going on, or in the worst case scenario, even a little bit of delusion, the sense that you're living in a bubble. And I was aware of that, and I was out in town yesterday, and I was doing some window shopping, and in the corner of my eye, I saw this big neon sign that said tarot, and I was immediately interested, and I knocked on the door, and there was a lady in there doing readings, and she was sitting in this beautiful room. She decorated it with astrology symbols, and there was incense burning and all of that, and I decided to have a reading. I'd never seen her before, or the shop before, and as I sat down, I remembered Neptune's influence, and I found it really, really interesting that on that day of all days, I saw that sign and I decided to have my cards read. So I was preparing for the reading, and I just thought, okay, take the information with a pinch of salt, because Neptune is really strong. And in the reading, what came up is she said that there are 3 guys in my local area, and I live in Glastonbury in England, in case anyone's interested. And she said there are 3 guys in this area who are romantically interested in me. And I immediately thought, yeah, right, But when I walked out, it is possible. There could be 3 guys out there who are interested in me. They're just the most silent, secret admirers ever, because I haven't heard anything. But when I walked out of there, I thought, okay, well, that might or might not be true. But sometimes it is really nice to live in a bubble and to hear what you want to hear. It just made me feel good. And I thought, well, the possibility's there. And that said, on the other hand, it's also important to keep your feet on the ground and to face reality, because it's nice to hear positive things and to dream about potential in your life. But if you're checking out and if you're just skating off into fantasy land, that can really cause some problems. So that was my experience with the Neptune influence this week, which I thought was interesting. Let's see what the cards have to say about this day in particular, Wednesday the 9th, and what energy you'll be working with. And I think the fact that I've mentioned that story in today's reading is kind of relevant as well, because if things seem too good to be true, then they probably are. And if you hear something positive, don't dismiss it straight away just because it seems unlikely. Try and find a middle ground somewhere and have those positive feelings and allow yourself to manifest the things that you want, but don't become completely unrealistic. So try and find the middle path somewhere. Okay, let's see what the cards have to share. First card, we have the 10 of Cups, which is all about family bliss and hopes and dreams being realized and all your dreams coming true and feeling loved and supported and seen and heard. Then we've got Dorothy stealing some swords here. We've got the 7 of Swords. And finally, we have, I don't know who this is. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Oh, interesting. Okay. So the 10 of Cups is the card in the suit of cups at the very top. They go from the Ace of Cups through the 2 of Cups, 3 of Cups, 4 of Cups, all the way up to the number 10. And when they reach the number 10, the element of water is at its most intense. It's really strong, and you get loads of watery influences. Cups rules the element of water. And water is about love and taking care of other people and wanting to be nurturing and paternal and maternal and seeing the best in other people, feeling a sense of connection and unity. We've got this couple here hugging each other and kind of looking out at the sunset, and it's all very romantic, and they're in love and everything seems perfect. They feel good. They've got this little girl, so the apple of their eye. They've created, their love has kind of given birth to a new life, so it's all peachy, all hunky-dory, and she's pointing at the sky and wondering what that is, and they get to educate her, and it all feels very cohesive and like the perfect family. Usually with the Ten of Cups, we've got the Ten of Cups in a rainbow. So it's a card that says your hopes and dreams can come true. And it also shows that because it's on a rainbow usually, that sometimes even if you don't have these positive things in your mind's eye, sometimes the world can surprise you and something miraculous and wonderful can just kind of come in. It's like, when you're driving or walking somewhere and you see this rainbow. For me anyway, I'm really connected to nature. It makes me feel like, wow, there is magic in this world. Things can happen that you could never really plan or expect. And these wonderful, enchanting things do exist on planet Earth. It's not all bills and obligations. Here we've got the 10 Cups kind of nestled in this beautiful kind of tropical foliage kind of thing. So it feels safe, it feels comforting. Dreaming the dreams can be something positive in itself. And when we focus on the positive, we give it life and we can manifest it. So it's important to be aware of what your dreams are and not to be critical with yourself, and to say, hey, I have this desire, I want this to happen, so maybe it could happen. Give yourself the benefit of the doubt and allow yourself those positive feelings and breathe life into them by keeping them in your mind's eye. They can manifest. And also what my attention is being drawn to is this X here at the top, the Roman numeral for 10, and that means it's a crossroads. So this energy isn't just meant to delude you, it's meant to reconnect you with your hopes and dreams. If you've had a tough time in the last couple of months, or you've really had some tough breaks, you may have put your dreams aside and you may have given up on those and said, do you know what? It's so unlikely that something good is going to happen. Look at the last couple of months. This card is saying that it's safe for you to dream again and that you can make your life whatever it is you want it to be. So please have the belief in yourself that you can change your life for the better, that you can have the things that you want, you can become the person you want to be, and you can experience all the beauty that life has to offer you. So start again. Imagine yourself kind of at a crossroads and say, what's in the past is in the past, and now I have 3 options in front of me, and I can change my life. I'm the master of my own destiny, and I can go left or right or straight ahead. It's really up to me. Next, we've got the 7 of Swords, and the 7 of Swords, really beautifully presented here, is theft. Dorothy is a burglar. She's dressed in black, and she's stealing these swords, and she's sneaking off. Okay, so the 7 of Swords is about seeing things a certain way, and if you're stealing things, then you're in this lack mentality, and you feel like, I can't be abundant for myself, so it justifies theft. I can't make it on my own, so it's okay for me to hop over the fence and to take someone else's swords and to run off with them. It's inconsiderate. You're not thinking about how that robbery, it's theft. How that robbery is going to affect the other person whose swords you're stealing, and it just confirms your lack mentality, because swords are ideas and the way you communicate and the way you see the world. And if you get rich off a burglary, then it kind of brainwashes you in the sense that I have to take from other people if I want to be abundant for myself. So the whole thing is just a faulty way of thinking. So with the 10 of Cups here, it gives you the potential to really see the abundance in yourself and to see the beauty and the dreams and the limitless potential that you have in you, and it allows you to really see that. Then at the same time, there is this potential for lack mentality and to say, oh, these are just dreams. Let me brush those aside and let me get practical as such, which isn't practical. Let me devote myself to the negativity and just try and get through the day, and let me not care about what other people are feeling and thinking. I'm just interested in myself. So that's something to avoid, because these kind of actions have consequences. poor Dorothy is sneaking off with these swords, and she's got the police waiting outside, and they're going to catch her, and then it's all game over, and then she's going to be hurt. She's dressed in black, so that's supposed to serve as camouflage, but really it just shrouds her in negativity, and the actions she's taking are as a result of this negativity and her buying into it. So you have a choice here. You can buy into a happy life, or the potential for your hopes and dreams being realized, or you can give into negativity, and that's going to make situations worse. What we put out, we get back. Hurt people hurt people. So it's this endless cycle, and you don't want to get on this merry-go-round, because it just deepens this negativity, and you start circling the drain. So you really have a choice here, which is great, and be disciplined and say, do you know what, I am going to choose to believe in the positivity of the world and that anything can happen, and I'm not going to go into this negativity. At the same time, we've got the potential to go overboard and to just, like I said earlier, live in fantasy land. So we've got major extremes here, but this is more reasonable than this, because you're never lacking. Every one of us comes to this planet with certain skills and talents that we can use to provide for ourselves and to provide for the people in our lives who we love. So this is the extreme kind of pitfall card I think you need to watch out for. If you do have to pick whether you're going to be positive or whether you're going to buy into this negative point of view, then really go with the positive stuff. At least that's possible. Finally, we've got the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a court card who is trying to figure out whether he should get the horse to move and to take action and to take practical steps, or whether it's better to hold back and to do a little bit more research and to see what's going on before he dives into the fray and kind of gets involved. And the card is a perfect example of being on the fence and not really knowing what to do. And you may have that feeling today, that sometimes you're feeling super optimistic and everything's easy and everything's going to work out. And then at other moments, you're going to feel that your problems are so bad that you have to take a shortcut and you have to do whatever you can to get yourself out of this situation. The Knight of Pentacles is the only court card, or the only knight, whose horse is stationary. That horse isn't going anywhere. If you look at the Knight of Swords, that horse is being chased and its eyes are bulging and it's rushing off into action, and sometimes it even has wings. That's how quickly things move. So the Knight of Pentacles is advising you that if you want to learn about your life and your circumstances, it's a better idea to be receptive, to hold off a little bit, to learn, to be teachable, and to see what's going on, not to believe everything that you think, but to go with your gut and your feelings, and to let life surprise you. Because if you don't take negative actions today, if you turn this card around and you watch what's going on, but you're present, so you're involved, but you're not running the show, you don't take charge of every situation saying, I know best, then it could be that a rainbow appears in your life, and a rainbow could be that you do meet someone great, or someone says something that makes you feel good, or you have an opportunity to do something that you love and adore, or a hope and a dream becomes realized. And water is feminine, so is earth. So those are about being receptive. So it's the universe providing you with evidence that good things can happen for you. All you need to do is hold off on the negative actions, which usually come from fear and insecurity and this belief that nothing good is ever going to happen to you again. That is totally faulty. You don't know what's going to happen in your life. The most wonderful things can happen, or negative things can happen. But you certainly don't want to go with some sort of fake guarantee that things are bad anyway, so you might as well behave badly. No, that just ensures that difficult circumstances are attracted to you like a magnet. So hold off on the negativity. Be open and honest with yourself and other people. have consideration for other people's lives, and that you're on a similar path to everyone else, and by taking from others or hurting other people to make yourself feel better, that does not serve you. It's just going to make things worse, and it's just going to entrench that negative way of thinking. So don't be Dorothy today, okay? Be the anonymous man on the horse, and keep this lovely image of harmony in mind, and that's going to serve you much more. In terms of the numbers, numerology, we've got 10 and 7 is 17, and a court card counts as 1. So 17 and 1 is 18, 1 and 8 is 9, and that's spirituality and completion. So I think we had that yesterday as well, unless I've got that wrong. But 9 in numerology is about understanding of the self, understanding what's really important to you, and hanging on to that. And all you need to do today is hang on to your hopes and dreams. You don't have to gallop off and try and make them happen, nor do you need to behave in a way that's dodgy. Just be present, live in the moment, and let life surprise you with something really fabulous coming in that will complete this cycle of something that you've hoped for a while. So the universe wants to bless you today. There's a gift on the way. Something good is coming in your direction. And all you need to do is wake up, get out of bed, and be in the moment. So as far as days go, that is really great. You're not having to work very hard. Just stand still, keep your eyes open, and the world is going to enchant you with something lovely. Yeah, and 9 is really the end of a cycle, so something completes for you. So it's likely to be something or someone that you've been thinking about for a while. It's not just like a thought that pops into your head that's a whim. If you do get those, then you're more in this card, which is about urgency, and do this if you want to have enough money to put food on the table. You have to steal, you know, those kind of things that really drive you and make you feel like you have to take this action, otherwise dreadful things will happen. And that's always a really clear indicator that your ego is at work and that it's trying to sabotage you. So no self-sabotage today. Just positivity and receptivity. Have a lovely day. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on book your readings to order your reading with me. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and share the video online. Have an amazing Wednesday, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.